This video is a follow-up to a previously released one called Basic Templates. We strongly recommend that you watch that video before this one. In this video we will look at creating templates in more detail using features that you may have not seen yet. With this button shape tool we can create buttons of different shapes and sizes rather than the usual four-sided buttons we see in the template. We could load an existing image into this window, then use the shape tools to draw around areas of that picture, which will then become a new button in our template. Instead of using this image, we will clear the window with the eraser tool, then add some new shapes with the freehand drawing tool. Click to set the first point, then simply click in other places for a joining line before linking back up to the original point. If we hold down a left click, we can then drag the mouse around to draw instead. We can also create shapes using the circle, rectangle, diamond and triangle tools. Once we've created a shape, we then choose a colour from the palette for that button to be. We can use the hand tool to move and resize buttons and the arrow tool to rotate buttons. Once our buttons are created, we decide how to add them to the template. Either have all of our shapes become a whole button together, or add them in as individual buttons like we will do here. With the buttons in the template, we can then move them around and also resize them as we would with other buttons. Of course, we can then assign them with the usual behaviour features too. We recommend you to watch the video Categories and Descriptors to find out more about different button behaviours. Category buttons are our main video actions. When a category button is clicked, it will register a clip depending on the time settings we use in this behaviour tab. We can either use the pre and post times to determine a total length of our clip, so we only have to press the button once, or we can choose our button to be in manual mode. When a button is in manual mode, we have to click it to start registering the action, then click it again to finish the registering. If a button is in manual mode, a thick blue border will show around the button. Even if a button is in manual mode, we can still add additional pre and post times to lengthen the clip around our click points. Descriptors are used to give extra information to a category. Think of them as adjective buttons. A red icon in the left corner will remind you that they are descriptors. We can hide this red icon, and we can also set this descriptor to be automatically added into any category that we activate. A black border around the red icon will highlight a descriptor button with this feature. We can also use the auto list and auto presentation features, along with the score mode feature by assigning a button as a point action. There are other tutorial videos you can use to review these features. With this button we can add secondary descriptor windows to our template. Click the plus button to create a new descriptor window, and type in the name of a descriptor and click plus to create it. We can also change the colour of these descriptors and set them to be automatically added at each click of a category too. When we are finished, we can save this descriptor window to be used in the future and associated with another template if we want. This window shows us the descriptor windows currently associated with this template. The plus and minus buttons are used to unlink a descriptor window for the template or add in a previously created one. You can see how our descriptor window shows when finished. With the search and replace tool, we can quickly change the name of text within our template. For example, here we will change the word local in all of our buttons to become the word home instead. With the Matrix Pre-Order tool, we can set how our columns and rows will automatically appear when in the timeline or matrix environment. Categories will show as rows and descriptors will show as columns. To change the positioning of these, we just need to click and drag them into place. By using the Links tab, we can add activation links between our buttons to save us time and clicks. We recommend you watch the Linking Buttons tutorial video for more information on this. Finally, to use our template in the Tag and Go app, we just need to click this option to export the template as a Tag and Go file, ready for adding onto the iPad through iTunes. To make the template even more compatible for Tag and Go, we can use this option to resize our window for the Tag and Go dimensions then manage our button sizes around this.